When you're ready.
I think you can just go click on. I just went back and it just said.
You're in the meeting. Oh yeah, I'm a noob for Zoom. That's true. It's a fact. But let me go in the thing and
Yeah, take
I'll hop back on.
take your time. I'm gonna try to tune back up now, and I'll catch the reader up on what they missed.
Sounds good. Are you recording? Are you on the meeting now, or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll hop on real soon. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you there.
All right. See you there. Bye.
Okay, bye. All right, and we got Mr. Bubba here. Say hello, Bubba. That's a good Bubba cat right there. Oh, he's got some strings to play with. So shy all of a sudden. Big success here. Just hung up with the maestro, Mr. Brandon Domer. Hi, Tommy. Here's your papa. We just recorded a little video, how to change guitar strings, and it was. Oh, here's Brandon hopping back on right now. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm back. I was like, oh, I can make sure I got the right image there. Hey, let me. Oh, I got a phone flip icon. That's cool. There you go. I got this new phone.
This cat is like prime shot right now.
Yeah, this is the sweet stuff here.
He's perched on my knee, chewing on strings. We got National Geographic here.
What a good helper. I'm gonna get my tripod. I just put it over here. Let's grab it.
So I was just kind of saying, we just recorded a little video. I said hi to Tommy because that's kind of, the idea here would be like, this is evidence of me being like, this is the type of thing shared custody would be hard. But like, if I were posting these videos on YouTube, she could watch them, at her mom's house or whatever, just to like say hi if her mom didn't want to put her on the phone or something.
Oh, yeah.
So
like
that's the kind of more depressing part. It's kind of why I'm so weird through all of this, because the reason I have to do it is goofy.
Yeah.
But I love an excuse to make weird art that no one cares about. That's what Brandon and I have been talking about. Also, Brandon, I call you the maestro in my notes. I don't know if I've told you that yet.
That's great.
Did somebody else call you that? Was that your nickname in a band or something, or did I make that up?
Yeah, someone did. I think that was Pat Hogue called me that in our band of Deadbeats.
Was that a Deadbeats thing?
Yeah, I remember him because I listened to recordings. He calls me the maestro in that. So.
Oh, and that would make perfect sense because that would be kind of where I'm getting the context too. That you had sort of a maestro-like capacity. You're kind of probably the most sober.
The most sober, yeah.
Like, metaphorically, even like approaching that band. The keyboard player is always like kind of holding it together.
They have to. They feel the responsibilities of smoking mere cigars. That was fun. That was fun. I had a real great time being called maestro around you guys. So I appreciate it.
Well, good, because that originally the finding out about Rick Glassman and the Meta podcast thing. I don't think you were ever going to be named. You were just like a shadow figure behind the scenes, where it'd be like, all right, I'm going to send this to the maestro.
I like that.
I thought you would. Yeah, it's kind of a man behind the curtain, Wizard of Ozzy,
That's how I like it. I like being the Wonka.
Yeah. I cannot do two things at once either. I just keep hitting the same string. I'm like not tuning it.
Yeah, I mean, I was checking intonation. That's another thing you can do. I can kind of say that there's on electric guitars. It's easy. You got these like saddles you can adjust, and I might touch those, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm just going to enjoy the guitar.
That's something you might do sometimes though when you're
absolutely
strings.
Yeah, it's just something that makes it so this chord here, I can test it because let's see if it sounds pretty in tune. If I play that same chord up the neck, let's see how it sounds. Sounds like mostly not funky, but you know what I mean? Like it's the same chord up the neck.
Yeah.
And if it's in tune up the neck, that means you're doing all right.
Okay. Well, that'll make sense to somebody. I'm still focused on. There we go. I heard that. I got that little thing where all of a sudden it goes in, and you're like, "Ooh, yeah, music is so weird." It hits the right tune and enters some weird cavern of our brain and tickles it.
just like starts resonating there with it. Yeah.
So real quick, for anybody watching this though, I'm very proud of myself because not only did I realize that this saddle, we're calling it, of the bridge fell out, and I didn't notice because I thought it was a piece of paper from the guitar strings.
So small and unassuming.
I did lose a B string in the process, but I got the rest of them reseated, and I got my old B string. Thank goodness I just happened to have a string that had came off in a way that it could be put back on. So
That's really fortunate for you. And so that's a really tough skill to master with the bends, that can break like a paper clip that's overwrought,
yep.
Oh, yeah.
And I also tightened up the nuts on the pegs while I had it loose.
All right.
Now, a real quick question. I'm always wondering, and I'm not around enough guitar players, which is part of the, you got to get around people that you can ask stupid questions to. Do you always try to get tuned exactly, or do you just kind of go a little, like I always just go a little sharp? Almost
a little sharp. I tune it pretty exact because I might be combining it with another one of my instruments. If I'm recording music with, say, a bass or a piano, I usually do.
So this is something as an avant-garde, experimental, abstract expressionist guitar player, primitive American, blah, blah, blah. I'm not having to actually play with other people. I'm not.
It's not a big deal then. Yeah, a lot of people have, like I know my old friend Carol and I, we used to just tune to each other.
Sorry, go ahead.
We would tune to each other, and our tuning would be wildly off. We would tune the guitars themselves, and we had a recording machine that we would overdub. We'd like pitch bend the tape to fit the other instruments around our way crazy guitars. And so we would people would be like, "What the hell key is your song?" And that we like it, but we cannot play along in any realm of reality. And
yeah, well, that's funny.
So we started to change our ways, use tuners.
And I just pulled on my strings a little bit. Is that a thing when you get new ones?
Yeah, that's a great trick. I was doing that too. I was pulling on them, and I was recording that part of my video before. I was pulling them.
Oh, I just thought I broke one, but it was just I got Jimmy threads hanging over here.
Scary.
I kind of like when it's got all those crazy extra strings.
Yeah, you want to. Sometimes they snap and adjust. You got to tune it way back up. That can happen too.
What do you while we're finishing this, what do you think about like creating content? Like this idea that, we're making a video, you and I have been talking about in private, like when we were younger, and we would just make stuff that never left the mini cassette of the handheld camcorder or whatever, never made it even onto a real format or whatever. And now things are so different. Like you can be a creator. I just followed some guy on YouTube that's like, I just retired. Now I'm going to make YouTube. And he just every day posts something.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I could take some of the old stuff and post it still, as long as no one would be mad at me, of course. But yeah.
But I wonder if it would work though, because what I'm noticing with him, and there's like another guy that he like lives in his sister's garage and he posts videos where he's like, feed a family of 2 for $3. And he goes to the store and buys a pepper and a tomato and goes home and cooks it. The thing is, they're always the same. It's like kind of the same format. Like if you go to one of these people's pages, you're going to see like thumbnails that are all like the same, like that person in frame. There's a pattern to it.
Oh yeah, well, it gets really monotonous. They're trying to bait you, but I think what's real comes through. People don't, that's just a surface thing, really. In the end,
yeah. I'm wondering if
they're fishing.
I'm wondering if it's a necessary convention of the genre, though. Like if you're too random. Sort of like how Adam Bartlett doesn't, like, as a record label guy who like has heard demos and put stuff out for people, like if it's not all the same, sort of like homogenous, cohesive, if I had put more thought into this, it would not sound like a taste issue or something, because I know that in his brain it's about the artist knowing what they have, what they want, like what they could do with it,
being true to themselves more.
and like consistent. Like if
Yeah.
there's a band and there could be like 12 tracks on a record and they're all really solid tracks, but they sound like 4 different records, he's like, it's not a record.
Oh, you know what? That strikes fear in my heart because I have hundreds of unfinished tracks, and I
Some
just
of us
want to
are,
hit my pants in anger.
yeah,
I don't know.
some of us are, and that's the different, because he's got a boutique label that puts out like a really, really specific like subgenre that's, it's not
He's
about
looking at it from an angle, but it's worth looking at. It's not just executive though. It calls attention to that. It's not just an executive thing, and it's like, oh man, it's tough. Yeah, I don't know. I have such a pile that I could put like stuff together, but it's like your favorite rock band, and the one album they didn't put the acoustic track on. It's like, oh, I wish there was an acoustic track on this one. So it's like, you cannot, you got to change it up just right. It's like you dieting the right way.
Fit. It can't be any acoustic track. It's gotta like,
yeah. And it can't just be a complete departure. It's like a classical piece. Oh, unless you're Yes, then you can just have it,
This is like real art though. That's kind of, I think, the difference between like something being just cookie cutter pop or whatever. But I'm translating it now, and maybe you don't, you're my generation, my age, probably don't. I probably scour YouTube more than you do these days because I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah, we all go on YouTube, and go maybe a little too often, but
yeah.
Maybe.
Do you ever think about successful content creators?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I have a YouTube channel that's 20 years old, and I don't desire lots of subscribers, but I have very little, but I'm not monetized, and so it's like awkward. And I look at how I've changed over the years, and I'm like, should I start new? Should I keep going? And I compare and contrast all the time. And I know that it wouldn't be for me, the constant, nonstop. You just got to be on it all the time. But I need to figure out something to do with it, I think.
That's exactly the conversation I'm looking to have over time, because I feel the same way. And it's some people, and again, I'm bringing in the neurodivergent stuff because I'm going to, the 2 people today in my social circle were you and my friend Emma in Appleton. We were texting a little bit. And Emma talks a lot about neurodivergent stuff, ADHD, autism, this thing that's like both. And we were just listening to a podcast about that. And now I lost my train of thought. I think I'm in.
Yeah. The YouTube channel themes and all the comparing yourself and what's the mission.
This thing they call ADHD. There's ADHD and anxiety and autism, and like the 2 together, there's like a Venn diagram that makes this like third thing that they're just now starting to like diagnose and talk about. But most people that have this, it's like the 2 wolves inside of you, the push and pull, the yin and yang, like everything about like the binary inside of us. It's like that. And the thing that people with ADHD really struggle with is wanting a routine. That's like the autism, like everything stays the same. I want to know exactly what it is and I can do it. And I'm going to do it well. And I'm going to think it through. And then there's like the ADHD that's like, blow it all up. And so I have this.
You can resolve, I can imagine, because you could jump in the pool all the wrong way, but you'd still get in the pool.
Well, it's like if you do, so you want to create content and you have to follow a pattern. Well, what if you get sick of the pattern? What if you want to adjust it? Like, then you start overthinking.
Well, you can overthink it. I'm guilty of that more than I think about the people that don't overthink it quite a bit. The people who, they say the phrase measure twice and cut once, but I see them cutting thrice sometimes. But I do see them also using energy that I've never known, putting it into that same project. And it just seems to sell that it's good to have the energy to waste, because ultimately it'll spill over. And it's like, it's frustrating because I don't have the, you agonize in the planning process versus the people who just march in and they might make huge mistakes. But you think about that in the comparisons, but there's a middle ground and we all find, there's a phrase that'll bring the 2 together though, really, proverb.
I like
Yeah.
I like what you said about spillover though. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, goes
All right.
over and
So once I get one string in tune, I gotta go back through and try to get them all back in tune.
yes, sir.
And normally we're talking about all sorts of different things here. Normally we would be doing this probably alone in a room.
Right.
And
You know, absolutely.
focusing on the magic of musical instruments.
Well, it's absolutely, we'd be all marveling in the atmosphere, but I am now just going to throw this cheese on a burger. Check out this technique. You fold the corners and then it doesn't drip over the edge too much. Isn't that cool? My father invented that Mike Domer trick right there.
I got news for you, Brandon.
So,
You and your father are probably about as neurodivergent as they come.
yeah, well, you know what? He socializes on a good level above, but
Oh yeah,
he's a great guy. He's
it's
a
the
great
whole
guy.
spectrum. But the reason I'm telling you that right now is out of self-respect, pride, compassion, and camaraderie with you and your father.
I mean that too. Yeah.
I want you to know that I do the same exact thing with my cheese on a burger.
Yeah, right.
And I figured it out myself and thought I was a genius.
Well, you are a genius because anyone.
I was like, oh my God, what if it's square? What if you fold the corners in? Oh my God. And then you got an extra cheese.
Yeah.
It's genius.
It's win, 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 win 4 times because each corner is a win.
Okay, so how this all started was this morning, me eager to try to get some videos going or something. I'm really stoked about this light I got also, by the way. It's been like this the whole time, filtering
great.
My horribly dusty apartment. I'm very excited about the sound of these strings, the feel of these strings. I'm glad I went back to these. I'm extremely excited that I got them all on and that the B string worked again. Because exactly what I was fooling around with this morning, I thought would sound better and feel better with these strings. They're a little more like loose and folky. I don't know how to explain how these strings are different right now. But this morning I figured out something I probably knew already, but it clicked in a new way, that simply holding open C position, and this is the little guitar hack part, I guess. I'm riffing Matt Sweeney plug guitar moves here. We're also going to plug Brandon and his 2 YouTube channels, one for films, one for music. But let's say you only know cowboy chords and you just want to start, experimenting and writing something. You'll find once you get into bar chords that you can move those all over, right? And sometimes only part of the bar chord will still sound good. You just got to kind of start playing with it. But open C, for whatever reason, just works. Just holding those 3 strings down, it seems to work. And maybe it has to do with my finger picking pattern. Maybe you want to chime in, Brandon. Why does this sound good all the way up and down the neck, pretty much?
A lot of artists have done it already, and maybe if you were earlier in the process, I basically wonder, like, the first songwriters, whoa, what if I did a minor chord and that was like a revolution? But like going up and down the neck with the C is like, I think it's done in some songs, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. And I don't know, there are some funky notes in there.
Yeah,
but that's kind of like,
are there
like good funky?
Are there other? Do you call them cowboy chords also? By the way, like first position chords?
Yeah, for sure.
Are there other cowboy chords that work like that? Because I think that's what struck me is that there's not a hint of bar chord. It's just an open C.
Yeah, there are a couple that work. There's like this weird hollowed out like B chord that kind of works. There's probably some bad sounding ones.
Yeah.
They're not all winners, right? Like, let's try this one. Oh, that was good. That was a C again, by the way. C. I love that.
Now,
that was a little weirder.
Can you hear me? No, we didn't experiment with the audio. Can you hear me when I'm playing?
Let me hear you. it half filters you out. I think Zoom thinks, it could be music in the background, better tune it out. It's vocal minded.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
to experiment with that because would you try to noodle around a little bit for a minute? I think that it might be cutting you out.
It does the same thing. I tried to turn it up as it could be louder, but I did have, well, before I was recording on my other device here.
Yeah,
And
give me a little lick here.
I'll record on here just so I have the audio and I'll like point it just roughly at myself.
It's coming through better now, but it does. I think you're right. I think it's trying to squash it.
Yeah, it's like cutting it out because AI can even scoop the voice out of a noisy, crazy place now, And it does that. It's handy, but of course it's like, dang it. Yeah, I don't want to hear me crunching chips.
Well, that's what it's it's like. That's what it sounds like. Well, now we know because this is my ignorance. I thought maybe it would work on Zoom, but maybe that's got to be attempted on a different platform. Like,
Yeah,
well,
I wonder if there's a setting too that can be changed, maybe.
yeah, we'll mess around with that. But Brandon, I forgot that I also have an out. I have a counseling appointment right now in 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Well, you want to quickly play some C's over top each other and see if it works?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna, but let's just do it anyways.
And then we'll hang up. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, count us in. Count us in.
1, 2, 3. Bah!
Yeah, I can't hear shit. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work. I'm cracking
That's
up.
okay, because you can zoom in on my face purely for the guitar face study, because I was doing like licks and soloing, like putting the face on, so you can use that.
Yeah. Also,
obviously.
This is why, Brandon, you're the best because I don't know that many people that would be game to just play along and humor me because that's the only way I learn. So many, like, I think people will go, it's not going to fucking work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But you're just like, yeah, let's try it.
I mean, I'm new to it too. You couldn't have come up with a better companion here, I'd say, because I'm curious too. Let's do it. Let's figure it out.
Well, good experiment today, and we'll go.
Likewise.
We'll go from there. We'll see what to do with the footage.
Yeah, man. I'll send you what I got, and likewise if you need. And all right.
Yeah. I'll send you these Zoom recordings once I go back over them.
Sounds great, Jordan.
All right. Have a great night, buddy. Have fun tonight.
Thanks. You too, man.
All right. Bye-bye.